Thank you very much. Our next question is directed to all of you. Please raise your hand when you wish to answer. Have we, the city, been paying too much for legal support? You're on.
Well, my answer in a general sense to that general question is yes. Do I think that the city is being charged too much? Not by the contract or agreement that was made with Michael Dean. He is an excellent attorney. He has served the city in a very capable way. But when we pay $500,000 or more a year for outside services that amount to part-time legal representation, I believe that we could have the same level of services, and I mean this with no disrespect or negative inference to Mr. Dean, but I think we could provide the city with full-time legal assistance with in-house counsel for much less money, and would have a much greater opportunity to control our legal expenses. But I don't say that with any denigration to Mr. Dean or his services. Some of what the cost of legal services have been borne by the city have had to do with matters out of his control and with issues brought up to the city by individuals that make demands and have caused city staff to be somewhat reticent in answering questions without legal advice. So that being the case, I have advocated before that we look into having in-house legal counsel, that we can maintain the cost and we can have full-time legal representation and minimize the outside cost and extraordinary fees.
Thank you, Dane. Drew, you're on.
I'd have to agree with Dane wholeheartedly on that one. I think we're spending way too much outside of the contract. I think it needs to be re-looked at so that way the citizens can get the most for the money that they pay and aren't in essence getting billed perhaps for things that they shouldn't be paying for. When it takes a lawyer to write a letter in response to a citizen's request for information, I think that's going a little too far in that, like Dane stated, that the city staff is kind of tentative or afraid to give those answers because of fear of retribution or being sued perhaps. So in that aim, I think we really do need to relook at that, revisit it, and probably just get an in-house lawyer. Thank you.
Thank you, Drew.
When you look at the costs for the city attorney, you have to consider that there has been recently a lot of turnover in city management. I do not say that the amount that we were charged is a small amount, but the issue wasn't that we are getting charged too much. There was a lot of times when we had interims that a lot of the stuff was getting sent over, like was said by our colleagues, to the city attorney. And recently, like has been stated, they've been taking a lot more on at the local level in our own staff, and the cost of the attorney has gone down. Unlike what has been said, that whether an in-house attorney would cost less, that's not true. They recently did a study to see whether or not a in-house attorney would cost less, and with the benefits and everything that we have to pay, retirement we have to pay into, the amount that we're paying now for with our retainer and everything, does not cost more to go to an outside. I mean, the cost benefit to the difference makes it to where having an outside attorney as opposed to an in-house attorney, that we have gone with the outside attorney. So.
Thank you, Tori.